Ew, ew, ew. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and Honkai Star Rail cat girl lovers. Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back to the continuation of the drip marketing coverage for Honkai Star Rail's newest character, the kitty cat girl herself, Cyphera, aka Cipher. Be forewarned, I may or may not, I probably will, talk about story spoilers. So if you're not in the story, you're not caught up, and you care, walk the other way right now before I get angry. Anyway, I believe this is going to conclude almost conclude, our drip marketing coverage for Cipher. Now, why do I say almost? It's no surprise that, last video I really went, I think, in depth with my opinions on her, but this is where I think, I'm not going to say she's a bait character, but this is where I will say I might not even roll for her. I honestly don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe I can use her on my Fei Xiao team, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What do we think of Cipher and what's happening? Like I keep saying, if you haven't seen the last video, this is going to be probably a little bit of a repeat of my opinions, but because not much has changed. But I think for the first time in a long time, if we're going through the criteria, number 1 being gameplay meta, number 2 being looks, number 3 being lore, and number 4 being competition, I think on the meta side of things, she is probably one of the characters we've had in a long time to not be uber giga broken, that you really kind of need to be best in slot. I think from what I'm hearing too, she's a good side option, she's a side grade, or she's an alternative option. Now, to what? I completely forgot about the Fei Xiao team. This is where I thought, okay, they're going to pair her with Acheron because she's Nihility, and they have been. But, lo and behold, from initial testing and from everyone's opinion down the grapevine, Jiao Cho is better. Just straight up, Jiao Cho is probably better. Cypher's not bad, but Jiao Cho is better. Not to say Cypher's going to be worse than a 4-star. She's still good, but Jiao Cho is better. So we really can't compare her for Acheron teams. At that point, what about Fei Xiao teams? What about follow-up teams? I actually think she probably has a better time in Fei Xiao teams. So, if you wanted to replace your March 7th, which is still a really good character, you can, even though you don't need to. So that begs the question then, why get Cipher? Which is kind of what I'm going to outline here anyway. So Cipher, number 1, might be good for the future, right? In the future, Cipher might pair really well with future characters. Who knows? The other reason, you just like cat girls. But this is where her whole niche of storing other people's damage and her damage to then do a big nuke, I think, and this is the biggest, well, not the biggest, but one of the nails in the coffin. I think it's a great concept. I love the idea. It's almost like Quantum Break, because that's kind of what Quantum Break does as well, in a certain way. But this is where, in reality, most of the stuff you're fighting in this game, unless you're doing late game activities, which I think is what most people probably would want her for anyway if they're worried about meta. Because let's be real, doing dailies, yeah, she might not go fast, but she can probably kill everything. Like weeklies, dailies, whatever. But MOC, pure fiction, God knows what the fuck she's going to do there. But with MOC, that's probably the main drawing point that people are going to have for her and people are going to compare her with. This is where I think, for the most part, aside from MOC, her gimmick is kind of counterintuitive to how players want to play the game. You want to get in this game, play it for as little as possible, and then get the fuck out and stop playing it. Because that's the nature of gachas, unless there's an event out or you really are doing the story, which at that point the character doesn't matter. So you're really getting her to either A, clear fast, B, because she's meta and you're a meta slave, or C, because you love her. So I think most of us is going to fall into C for right now, because I really don't feel like she is the best in slot on any team, besides maybe Fei Xiao, and that's a big maybe. So gameplay-wise, I do like her thing, I just don't think it fits with the current way Star Rail is played for the most part. Meta-wise, I don't think she's going to be great, which I'm happy about, and we'll get to why on the final category, which is competition. Look-wise, she's hot as fuck, she's a cat girl, she's cute, she has the little weird eye things on her, which I think is a little weird, but she's nice. Lore-wise, and I think they did really good here, I think she's one of the first few characters, for the most part, that, especially in the campaign, was kind of abrasive and kind of more of an asshole than I'm used to for Hoyo stories. Now, is she a big asshole like in other gacha games or other stories in general? No, not really. But they actually did trick me in the story because Cipher is the linchpin of the whole reason why Amphorius isn't fucked and why it's fucked now. This is where I'm calling it. I've said this before, I'll say it again. No one is really going to die in Star Rail stories for the most part. Even though in Penacony, I think kind of Gallagher's dead, and he's the only one we really lost for the most part. So far in Amphorius, we lost everyone besides basically Finon and Don Hung, I think. Cipher is dead. Like, Cipher is 100% dead right now. Castris is MIA in the fucking Netherworld. Mighty is literally can die, but he kind of can because the guy got him in, like, the special little area in his back. A lot of people are dying. Glee is literally just dead. This is where I think we're gonna have a fairy tale moment here. Everyone's gonna res or something in the new world. Because number one, and if they don't do this, I will stroke their shit. I will actually say this is great storytelling if there's actual consequences. Because realistically, what's going to happen is Finon's going to reset the universe, everyone's going to come back either as gods or as something, or we're going to restore their intelligence, whatever. Because realistically, they have to still sell these characters in the future, which I still think they can. But the main issue becomes, is this is a business, and why would you be connected to a character in the future if they have no future, right? There still will definitely be people to roll them, but I think they have to keep up the story and add more to them if they want to get some residual sales on rerun. Unless they only care about meta, but most people, whales, I doubt they even care about meta that much. Especially because there is no meta to them. They have everything M6. But regardless, or sorry, not M6, E6. Wrong gotcha game. But either way, this is where, story-wise, I'm almost positive she's going to come back. I do love her piece in the story. She made me hate her. She tricked even me. I think the big reveal that she was the one basically keeping reality together in Amphorius was like insane. And then everything fit into place. Everything made sense. That's why she couldn't, be near Aglia, because Aglia actually knows her well, and she died, and then everything came undone and everything's getting fucked. I think the lore of Amphorius in this last story drop was absolutely fucking amazing. Now, granted, I don't know what they're going to do for the second half when Cipher actually comes out, because, what events can they have that would make lore-wise sense here where everyone's fucking clapped up? I really don't know. I mean, they could do it if they really want to. They could use some bullshit. But this is where, lore-wise, I think she played her part perfectly. As it stands, she has no future lore, but she probably will, but I don't want to speak for definitively, so lore-wise, I'll say they had a really good story for her, and I hope she stays dead. Not because I don't like her, but because, I think we need to have consequences. Anyway, that was a really long thing for the lore. Last but not least, certainly not least, competition. Competition is what's really killing her. If you're not meta, you can be hot, but if you're not meta and the things coming around you are, I'm sorry, unless I get lucky, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm not a complete meta slave, but I kind of am a little bit. This is where the fact that we're getting Seba from Fate Grand Order, well, not even from Fate Grand Order, from Fate Stay Night, and we're getting Finon soon, which I keep hearing is sicko mode. I am so ready. And we still haven't even rolled for Hyacinth, so I still got to do that too. But depending on how my Hyacinth rolls go, and depending on the future, what I hear, but from what I'm hearing, I'm probably going to do this. If I do or don't get Hyacinth, I probably really will just straight up skip Cipher. If not, just do like a 10 shot just to see if I get lucky. Just because all of this new shit's coming out. Now, I don't really need to worry because I've literally saved up so much currency, I can probably guarantee both Finon and Seba if I need to. But obviously, I'd like to plan for even beyond them because power creep is the name of the game, and in the future, these characters are all going to become not defunct, but not as good. And I don't like that. So either way, after 9 whole ass minutes, almost 10 times the length of this video, that's basically my opinions on Cipher. She's not that good, which is okay with me at least. If you're a Cipher lover, you better hope that in the future she gets a character that's her best in slot, or that pairs well. Because right now she really doesn't seem strong, but that's fine. I think not every character needs to come out that's fucking crazy, stupid OP broken on like a previous team, right? She doesn't need to be like the best character in the game on release, which is fine. Look-wise, she's great. Lore-wise, she's great. Competition, she's getting hard fucked. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy this trailer. This trailer, as with almost all of Star Rail's trailers usually go sicko mode. So let's see Cipher's character trailer, piece of cake. I wonder if they're going to have spoilers for this, because again, in the current lore, if you're caught up, she's dead. So what are they really going to show here? Let's see. Ooh, Hoyoverse, ooh. Oh my god, titty. Wait, this is like a comic. Oh, she stole the keys! This reminds me of JoJo's. Oh, she's in prison! Oh my. Oh. Okay. I mean, listen, the graphics are going crazy already. They definitely spent time on this. Let's see if I like it though. Whoa! Whoa! You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Jinx. Yo, that pose is crazy. This reminds me of Jinx from League, with like all the coloring and the graffiti. So they love showing Ciphers. That's, oh, I've been here in game! Bro, she's just stealing. He stole that big ass statue. Where? No, did she steal his cock? Oh. Okay, I'm not in love with her theme yet, but the theme isn't crazy to me. Oh, it's a trap! It's a trap! Oh my. This reminds me of the Herdas thing. Dude, she's basically the Flash power-wise too. This shit's insane. Ooh! She's posing for us. Oh my god, that's her ult! That's her ult! Holy shit. Oh my! Ooh! What the fuck is this feast for my eyes? Wait, she's in Pika Coney? Wait, what? She's going to... Oh, nah. Wait, what the hell? Okay, this is kind of going crazy mode. Oh my god, she's stealing the shop? She's stealing the pose? Oh my god. She's stealing the
I need a bigger bag next time. Too bad. Cipher.
Oh, they caught her! What the... Okay, I'll be honest. For the first, like, I would say half of this trailer, right? Even up until here, I was like, this is whatever. This is whatever. This is okay. Even, like, after a minute in, like, even at this point, I was like, this is an okay trailer. It's forgettable. Like, nothing's really crazy about this, right? And this is that because a lot of the other trailers are a lot better all the way through. But obviously the other characters have aura and stuff. Like, man, look at the Herda. I would say once this part hit where she ulted, I was like, okay, this is going to be boring. First of all, there's impact frames. Holy fucking shit, look at that, right? But man, once she started running through all the worlds, once they understand, like, they break the fourth wall, and they do it well, because there's shows like Rick and Morty that do it terribly because they spam the shit out of it. But, you know, this is where, like, I think it was done so well. She started running through all the fucking worlds here, right? First of all, it got colorful as shit. She went to Pika Coney. She went to fucking Zhangzhou. And you know what she did? She interrupted the trailer with Fei Xiao and fucking Jing Yuan. That's from their trailer, I think. She's in Bellabog. I don't know if they're interrupting another trailer, but... Dude, she stole ratio shit. But you know what this means? You know what this actually means? They just confirmed something. Look at this shit, right? Look at this shit. They confirmed Ratio isn't naked. He has pants when he takes a bath. What? Dude, he looks so pissed too. He didn't even care. But dude, this is the best. When they actually play into the character's theme like this, I get so hard. This was like a good trailer in the last like 30-ish seconds. Like, dude, she's running through everything. She's stealing the flame chase journey. Like, I'm like, so far, okay, this is crazy, man. Ready? She goes to the shop. Also, look at the currency. She has infinite jades, basically. She maxed out every single currency. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, let me take all this shit too. She took the shop. She took the universe, the world. And then this is the fucking icing on the fucking cake, man. Right here, she takes the end screen too.
Bigger bag next time.
I love when they're self-aware. I fucking love when they're self-aware. Most of this trailer was like honestly trash, except the last part. I think it's so good. But yeah, sadly, just to kind of round things out and round things up, I really do think that she's not great. She's cool. Not I'm gonna skip her completely, depending on my highest rolls. I will probably at least do a 10 shot for her, sure, but she doesn't really fit greatly into any team where she's like giga broken or makes them giga broken. She's nice feeling for sure, but I just think like it's not enough, and that's perfectly fine because the competition that's coming is fucking stupid good. So Cipher, unfortunately, you got the shit end of the draw, but that's fine. We don't need every character going crazy. Either way, hope everyone enjoyed. Watch me at Twitch TV Tecnics channel. Eee!